Long time no see, Ford GT fans. Boy, I'm not looking forward to this review because having reviewed the 1968 Le Mans winner, I have a suspicion the roof is going to be messed up on this. But this is the 1969 winner. It's by M64X. It's also known as SCM and also MY64 on AliExpress. I guess this is colorway 10B, and it's got a really strong box. Unnecessary in my opinion. Error 404 and Fuel Me. They get away with just a sleeve. Never an issue. Okay, well, we got this thing taped together. As usual, I'm unprepared, but now I am. Looks new, but we'll have to see. Great scratches on the bottom. Looks new. I don't see any major scratches. There are some tiny scratches. Just one. So I don't think this has been displayed before. Got some sort of stainless screws or some screws holding that down. Very loose cover, super loose. So on the previous model, it had, well, this one also, it has black outlines here for the fog covers, and it's on this model. But other photographs will show this all orange. So I think what they did is, they taped it off for aerodynamics. But for press photos, maybe it's just, see here, it's all orange here, these light covers. Alright, well, anyways. And then this is, I guess, before a lot of sponsorship was put on the car. Yeah, see, in certain angles, the bulges of the front, I guess that's not too bulgy, is it? It seems alright. The rear looks like it's bulging up quite a lot, though, whereas this one is not so much. Alright. And then you clearly have a red, or possibly orange. Well, if that's orange, that is red to me. Like reflector light there. Oh, and it is, I think it's red on this one. The previous one I had, it was blue for some reason. So, I can't explain what happened in the last number 9 car that I reviewed. And now you can see there's a whole lot of sponsorship on this, but this is in modern times, so I don't know, but this model looks a lot like that photograph now, but it doesn't have this yellow tow hook, so it's just, and it doesn't have the chrome knockoffs. So this is definitely, some changes have occurred. Maybe that's a replica, but if it is, what's it doing with a bunch of race drivers around it? I would assume that's the real car, but they swapped out some things along the way. So really nice acrylic base and all that. It's polished on all sides. You can see right through, so that's cool, I guess. But nice metal plate as well, etched away nicely, and it tells you exactly what the car is. It came in first in '69. That's the chassis number, I guess, and then the driver's names. And then this one is limited to around 300. Okay. Alright, starting with this wheel. It's a pretty big wheel. I mean tire. Some images it does look like a fat tire, but to me I almost feel like this tire is too big, like the sidewall. It is nice that it's sunken under the fender, and it is nice that there's a photo etched metal center here, but ideally they would have painted a black circle in the middle because that's a hollow axle. And then the spokes are fantastic. They have that little ledge way back there, before it becomes an opening. So that's nice and accurate. And then these are real aluminum milled rims. They're glued onto this plastic orange thing. Sadly, there's no sponsorship on the tire. Other brands will do that, It would have been nice to have Firestone written there. Okay, so now we have a little resin bump here, some sort of running light or reflector. This gulf is nice. I'm pretty sure all the graphics are under the clear coat, so that is fantastic. We have a photo etch clamshell latches there. We have this what looks like a ball bearing glued to some other etched metal, and that's supposed to be the light to illuminate the number. You'll see the number itself, it doesn't go into the door cut, and I think that's probably realistic to the real car. And then we have, again, all this sponsorship, and it's under the clear coat. You don't see any of the wrinkliness of a decal, right? So that's great. There is a separate piece in that side vent. Can't tell. I need a flashlight. Yeah, it's got a texture. It's probably a photo etch piece. You can see the rear tread, it looks old school. The front tread as well. The front tire is narrower than the rear, makes sense. Let's see. So the rear wheel looks much better than the front, I think, because the tire is definitely taller and it looks pretty fat on those photographs. And then there are brake systems. They're just, the spoke holes are so small, but there is a brake back, way back in there. I can't even see it though. Okay. So this thing here, this red reflector thing, yeah, I guess that's fine. It's some sort of resin piece, I think. It's literally protruding out of the body, so I think it's stuck on there, glued on there. And then again, look how clean these graphics look. I mean, you can see how smooth this paint job is right here, because I have a square LED above us, and that's a pretty sharp rectangle reflecting on that clear coat. That's really impressive. Alright, so going to the front, as mentioned, some photos, this like border of the lens thing is colored orange, but this one is black and it's got like what looks like graphics of rivet marks. So it's questionable if that's accurate or not. And then the little fog light there, on this one it looks like there might be some sort of texture back there. I didn't see it on the last model, or maybe those are air bubbles in the resin. And then you do have a nice photo etched headlight here. You can see all the Fresneling on that etching. And then again, that the black border on the cover is nice. There's just some black paint in the side vents. And look at this. This has a red reflector right in the middle of the grille. I see that in the front photo. That's interesting. Never noticed that before. And then the grille itself, I think there's air behind it. You can see that rectangle back there. Yeah, I don't think there's anything back there, but you can clearly see the sky blue. Yeah, alright, that's kind of neat. Alright, so sadly, you know, this orange decal, I couldn't get it all the way into the vents, but from a distance, it's pretty hard to notice. Okay, moving around to this side, that all looks good. Oh no, I'm missing a piece. That latch is missing. Well, I don't see it falling on the tabletop. I mean, I opened this thing over the table. I don't see it anywhere. So, sadly, quality control. Not good, M64X. Literally missing a piece. But this I didn't notice on the other side. Is that on there? No, it's not on this side. Interesting. So, some sort of piece on this side that isn't on the other. And then it's got a little photo etch door mechanism there. The side vent here is quite interesting. The air actually comes in and goes that way. I always thought it goes straight back, but some sort of black indication there. Can't focus on it though. Maybe it's, I don't know if it's paint or a separate piece in there. Alright, well the side window, it has like an etched little window. It's the same piece of plastic, they just etched away a little bit to make it look like another piece. And then this is body colored, this piece of metal for the molding. Again, graphics look fantastic, the clear coat looks fantastic. Yeah, that looks all fine. Going to the rear, nice clear tail lights looking good. There's some sort of rectangular recess in them. What is up with the QC on mine? Look at these exhausts, that is messed up. Okay, pleasantly, it's like a soft glue. You can see it stretching back there. So, I will have to mess with that later. Or pry that out and glue it back in. Alright, I have no idea what these three metal pieces are. I think I saw them in the rear photo of the last one. And I gotta say though, these are almost flush, these exhaust pipes. And I made fun of the zoom model for sticking out. And I'm looking at the rear photo now. And that rear photo does have the exhaust sticking out a little bit more than on this model. There's some black paint in these two areas here. I guess back there it's just, yeah, black paint. This maybe as well, or is that a real vent? No, I think it's just black paint. Okay. So now up top we have this photo etch thing with 9 slots. Whoa, cool. You can see right through, and there's some sort of exhaust there. That was not on the number 9 car. It had a much finer grill. So, well, that's neat. I guess maybe, I don't know why there'd be mesh around that thing, but it's nice. And it's nice to know that there's, it's just an opening. And then the rear window has the blackout and these rivet marks printed nicely. And then very much like the number 9 car, it has got this like thin etched black piece over the induction system. And it's got these really cool pin latches there. And then here's the problem. This is not a DeLorean. They went and actually added these bumps over these door cuts. And because I think whoever designed this model thought this thing was a gull wing, like a 300 SL. But it's not, right? These doors slide sideways. So that's the big problem about this model. I don't know if they're going to go around and redo this, and then if you miss out on this model, chances are someone's going to make a better version with proper door cuts. So sadly I wasted a bunch of money on these two, knowing that someone's going to make a better one someday. There's only one windshield wiper blade, and it's nice and thin, it's photo etched, and it's bent perpendicular to the windscreen, as you can see. And then these are like undercut intakes, quite interesting. There's no additional paint, but you can see the darkness in there makes it look correct. 4 tiny little dimples there, and then there is a separate piece here for the grill there. And then it has a black fuel filler. I cannot tell if it's black on this car. It's hard to say. Let's go back to these photos. I don't know if that's raw aluminum or painted black. And then over here, you can see those exhausts, they're sticking out a little bit. So, don't know. It's a black interior, so it's going to be kind of hard to see, but you can see on the dash there is a photo etch grill there. And then you can see there's a silver tank there on the passenger side, probably like a fire suppression tank. And then the seats have like a quilted pattern. Yeah, I think that pattern is a decal. Yeah, and then the driver's has those seat belts. I don't know if they're a decal or actual some sort of strip of cardboard or paper. I almost feel like they have some height to them, thickness, the seat belts. Alright, there's just a photo etched rear view mirror. But look how clear the windows are. You can see right through to the back wing. It's impressive. See right over the engine. So the door panel is pretty plain, being a race car. The shifter's a highlight. Yeah, I forgot about that on the last review, but it is nice. If I could get a good angle here and hit focus again. Get in. This is 4 times magnification. So it's got a big like wood colored shifter, and then the gate is a photo etched piece of metal, it looks like, right, with some passages etched away, maybe 2 rivets or bolts holding it down. And I think it had gauges, that last model I reviewed. There we go. So yeah, there's a lot of gauges. Look at all those circles. It's like a old 911 on steroids, right? So, and then the steering wheel center, I think, is photo etched. It's probably supposed to say Ford right in the middle. I can't tell if it's actually red and blue around that text. It possibly is a decal, if so. Pedal wise, I can't remember if the last one had them. I think it did, but I might be mistaken. I can't remember everything. But even if there are pedals, it's gonna be hard to find because these windows are just so shallow. Let me back out. Yeah, I think their pedals probably right there. They're just black, so it's really hard to tell. I think they are there. They're on the floor right there. Okay, so I guess it's good enough in this interior. The highlight, I guess, is really just this open metal grill. I didn't expect that. Alright, so here's the number 9 car, the 1968 winner. And it's almost the same. The only difference I can really tell is that grill in the back. And this one isn't missing that clamshell piece. Oh, this one, yeah, it does have that blue reflector thing. And the graphics are slightly different, but it's mostly the same thing. I think if I had to pick only one, I would go with this one, just so you can see down through that grill. Where this one is so tight, you can't see through it. Here's a die-cast, the zoom of the, I believe, the 1966 winner? What did I write? Oh yeah, I did write 66 winner. So it's a die-cast, and it's alright. You'll notice this one has a chromed gas cap. But this one also has these little jack stands. Oh, I missed that. Yeah, there's two little black jack stands on the bottom of this thing. They're photo etched, being that thin. So Zoom also had their own issues. Like, this is supposed to be a bump for a helmet, and it's so small. There's no way you'd get a helmet under that tiny little bump. So I don't understand. The people that make these models, they just don't look at photographs. I mean, the GT40 is only 40 inches. That's why it's called that, as far as from the ground. So most images are probably you should be able to see the door cut is complete. So. Zoom got it right, the door cut at least, but these are just such a letdown because they're so expensive. In their defense, though, I mean, the graphics are clear-coated, which is nice. It does have metal rims, and there's a lot of parts, of course, and yeah, I guess a little QC problem, missing a part, right? That's kind of what you pay for, these little bits to be added. And I'm missing one, and then my exhaust tips are just totally jacked up. Alright, well, so anyways, this possibly could be the best GT40. Oh, I'm now noticing there's a tiny piece of plastic in front of the windshield, like a little deflector. That is not on the number 6 car. No, the number 9 car. It's not on this one. But yeah, it's on that one, so that's a nice detail. I only hope they don't come out with a revised version anytime soon, because then I'll feel really sad buying these two. Alright, well, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next review. Bye.